Kip, happy birthday from the folks at Baseball Card Illustrated. My understanding is you have some fandom for Mr. Mike Trout. I wish I could have interested you maybe in maybe like a Christian Yelich, perhaps that would have been all right. Maybe like a Madison Bumgarner or something to that extent. But no, you chose a separate American League West team, so even the Rangers fans out there won't understand. So from a man who wears a few hats, Kip, happy birthday to you. By the way, I would send you some Mike Trout cards. Curiously, a few of them are missing. Looking at you, Bronco, with all these hats.
I have no idea what the Hat Man is insinuating, but I know who does. This guy, the many-time MVP Barry Bonds. And Brandon Stebbins, if you respond to this video by Saturday morning, you'll be the proud new owner of this 1987 Topps Barry Bonds card. Hi friends, and welcome to the Baseball Card Illustrated channel. It's your friend Bronco, and this is an extra special bottom 9 happy birthday, Kip, from Mike Trout and the Cardmunity. We have a whole bunch of Mike Trouts that we're going to send out to one of our youngest fans of the channel, Kip, some of which were donated by you in the Cardmunity. I want to start with this one here that was graciously sent in by Mets Rule, along with a quick note saying to Kevin and I, hope you both had a happy birthday and wanted to help in Kip's birthday surprise. Please find the enclosed Trout card, which you see right here. So this, along with several other cards, are going to be headed to Kip. We don't know Kip, never met him, but we heard he's a big fan of the channel. We definitely want to say thank you and make this a very happy birthday for a youngster out there. I know a few other people had talked about sending in cards. I don't know if that's actually going to happen, but because we're filming this before those could even get here probably. But we got this from Mets Rule, and anybody else that is nice enough to send one in, we'll make sure we add it later on in the description to this video, and we'll mention it in an upcoming video here on the Baseball Card Illustrated, but very generous of everybody in the Cardmunity. Also, we're going to send out a birthday card to Kip, whose birthday is today. The card and the cards we're talking about here today won't get there in time, but I'm sure this video will definitely be seen, and as we show off a few Mike Trout cards that are going to go out. We got this one from Topps 19. He was born in 19-something. This is a 2018 Topps Holiday. You can see the snowflakes and everything there. Up next is a Gypsy Queen from... Old people like myself can't even see the numbering on here. We'll just call it a Gypsy Queen of a fairly recent vintage. How's that? Then we got a Prism card here from 2020. This one I can read. They actually made the numbers big enough. A Prism Mike Trout, a Fireworks card. I saw this one and had to get this. It's another Panini. I know some people don't love Panini, but I thought this just looks really sharp. It's a good looking card, so hopefully that's something that Kip will enjoy. This is kind of a classic one here. A great catch on a 2019 Topps card. All-Star Game version of Mike Trout there, making a leaping grab at the wall. Have a purple bordered Gypsy Queen card here from the year, I think it's 2018. And last but certainly not least, a 2015 Topps Chrome card of Mike Trout sliding into, I think that might be third base, just based on the photo there. But saw this and thought that was a great thing to take from, give to Kip. Not that Kevin had anything to do with it. Anyway, so this is the bottom 9. So what we've done today is the bottom 9 cards of other players, some of Bronco's favorites of the past and present, that I wanted to send out to Kip as well with his birthday card. So we're just going to go in no particular order here. We'll start with a Francisco Lindor card from 2021 Topps. I've always been a big fan of Francisco Lindor, and I know he's off to a little bit of a rough start with the Mets this year, but that's okay. Great shortstop, always enthusiastic, has a smile on his face, happy to play baseball, and hopefully that's something that Kip also enjoys about the game. And, it's supposed to be fun. And every time you see Frankie out there, or Francisco, I guess he doesn't like to be called Frankie anymore, it always looks like he's having fun. Up next is the 2018 NL MVP, 2019 runner-up, Christian Yelich, the fine outfielder from the Milwaukee Brewers. Number 7 on the list, always number 7 goes to this guy, the GOAT, John Elway, my favorite football player, both when I was growing up and to this day. And this is a card early on in his career from Topps. And you can see I always loved that Broncos helmet with the lighter blue and the D with the Broncos sitting in it. So hopefully that's a player that if Kip doesn't know much about yet, he learns about. Another guy that I hope you learn about, Kip, is this guy here, Nolan Ryan, one of the best pitchers of my childhood, threw a remarkable 7 no-hitters, in addition to winning 300 games. His 300th win actually came in Milwaukee, and he's a rightful Hall of Famer, the Ryan Express. Number 5 is one of my favorite basketball players growing up, the Admiral, David Robinson. I've talked a lot about him here on the channel through the years, and just a quality human being in addition to being a multi-time NBA champion, all-star, one of 4 players to record a quadruple-double. A lot of great things about the Admiral. Number 4 on the list, I talked a little bit about this guy on videos here in the past, but this is someone I actually coached for about a week on the football field when he was a youth football player. My team was done playing for the season. I coached a different grade level at the time and moved up and worked with Jonathan Stever's team. And I've talked about the move that he made as a running back in a game there, but you could just tell that there was something special about this guy. And he made his big league debut with the White Sox last year, and he's been back with the Sox at points this year as well. So, Kip, hopefully this is a sign for you that dreams do come true. Big league ball player there from my hometown. Another thing I think is kind of interesting, this guy here, just a little bit older than you, as you see him on this photo here. It says Gary Pettis, but this is actually a picture of his brother. Gary Pettis playing a little trick on the Topps photographer and had his brother pose for the photo on this 1985 Topps card. Just found out not that long ago about this, and I think it's hilarious, so I bought a few of these that we're using as giveaways, and then one for my personal collection as well. Number 2 on the list, none other than the kid. I think a lot of people my age that saw this guy play would probably say that he was one of the best players, maybe the best we've seen. The great outfielder from the Mariners, and then spent time with the Reds, White Sox, a few teams late in his career, but just a effortless swing, great defensive player, and just a ton of fun to watch. Another guy that always looked like he was having fun on the baseball field, so hope you enjoy a little Ken Griffey Jr. card. And it's Baseball Card Illustrated, so we have to do it. It's none other than number 1 on the list and in your heart, the great Rob Deere. And, shameless plug in progress, I should point out the next stop on the Rob Deere Starting Lineup World Tour will hit the YouTube waves this weekend. So be sure to check that out. Quick note for everybody, on Saturday we'll have the Saturday shoot-around from Great American Ballpark in Cincinnati. Sunday it's the Rob Deere, I think it's going to be Sunday, the Rob Deere Starting Lineup World Tour trip to Cincinnati, Ohio. And then, of course, Monday, Mystery Mondays, 6:30 Central, 7:30 Eastern Time. Check it out. We'll have 2 new captains this week. We'll do a couple giveaways from previous videos. And we'll also have a brief salute to those that lost their lives fighting for our country, because it's the Memorial Day edition of Mystery Mondays here on the Baseball Card Illustrated channel. On behalf of Kevin the Diamond King, our graphics guru Dylan, Mets Rule, who was very kind and awesome to send in that card, and some others that I believe, as I said earlier, are sending them in, and they're probably en route right now. Kip, happy birthday. This will be out to you in tomorrow, probably today's mail, actually. So hopefully you get this early next week, and any cards that come in after that will be getting out to you very shortly as well. But, you know, I mentioned Kevin and Dylan and all these players in Mets Rule, but most of all, to you, Kip, happy birthday. Hope you have a great one. I'm Bronco, the PSA 11. So long, everybody. You've been watching an extra special Happy Birthday Kip edition of the Bottom 9 here on the Baseball Card Illustrated channel.